So he's just going to be kind of so tell us about the new offering and what the new and all that. So there'll be a lot of opening for you to kind of sell the product.
Can this be recorded? Can this be recorded?
I'm sorry, what?
Can it be recorded?
Can it be?
Recorded?
This is recorded, yeah.
Can we get a copy of it?
It'll be on Facebook and YouTube.
Okay.
And a big thank you to Desert Financial Credit Union for sponsoring our KRIM Community Spotlight program. Good morning, Rim Country. Hope you're all enjoying a little bit of that white stuff on the ground this morning, but it's nice. Roads are clear, so traveling around Rim Country, at least in the Payson area, isn't that bad this morning. For those of you traveling outside the area, make sure though you check az511.com just for road conditions and also possible road closures. Well, this morning we have Banner Payson Medical Center in once a month to talk about different programs they have going on within Banner. And this morning we're going to be talking about one of those programs, and that is the Banner Air program. In the studio I have Banner Air CEO Richard Swedbergh and the Area Director, AirMed Care Network Director Joseph Mary. So good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you both for coming in. And you both traveled up from the valley this morning, huh?
Yes, sir.
A little bit of a drive and a little foggy.
A little bit, yes.
A little bit. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to come up this morning, drive up to Payson and share with everyone about the Banner Air program and also about a new subscription service that you're offering, so people can just find out all the details about that, what that involves, and how people can get signed up for that. First, a little bit about the Banner Air program, if you would like to share, Richard, a little bit.
Yeah, certainly. So we started the Banner Air program in July of 2021. So we're just past our 1.5 year anniversary, and we've had a lot of great success. We've got 4 aircraft kind of in what I like to think of as the Phoenix and a little bit north and south. So we're down in Casa Grande, and then we're in the East and the West Valley, and then of course the aircraft that we have up here in Payson. So to date, we've really had a lot of fun being part of the community up here. Been doing a couple different community events. We've been busy. On average, in any given day, we'll fly 1 to 2 times, 1 to 2 people that are up here in the Payson area that we take typically down to the Phoenix area, but sometimes over to Flagstaff or sometimes even as far south as Tucson.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So 1 to 2 patients a day, people a day.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot of different reasons that somebody might need a helicopter to get them where they need to go. Obviously, the speed is a big component, right?
Yes.
Heaven forbid you're having a heart attack or some type of event, you need to go to an operating room or need to see a surgeon or something. Being able to get down to the valley from here 25, 30 minutes and landing right at the hospital. If you're in a car or an ambulance, you're kind of at a bare minimum, you're looking at close to 2 hours to get into the bigger hospitals in Phoenix, and then hopefully we don't have any issues with traffic or something like that could potentially extend it out further. So obviously time's a big reason, and then the quality of the crew. We like to think of the helicopter as kind of a flying ICU. So we have a nurse and a paramedic who have quite a number of years of background before they come to work for an air medical company. So they really have a lot of tools at their disposal to take care of somebody who may be kind of experiencing any type of illness or injury.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's a big difference, 20 to 25 minutes versus approximately 2 hours.
Yeah, they fly about, depending on the weather, depending on the day, the aircraft is going to travel anywhere from 120 to maybe 150 miles an hour, and it's in a straight line, right? If we're going to, the Banner Hospital in downtown Phoenix, it's a straight line. You're not kind of picking freeways and picking different roads to move through town, so it's very convenient.
Wow, yeah, that makes a big difference when time is of the essence with certain situations, medical situations.
Yep.
Wow, so it's a great service that we have up here. How many different, rural communities have air service?
Well,
Is it common or not real common for a community of this size?
I would say it's relatively common for a community of this size, right? You know, when I think of the greater Payson area and, you know, places like Pine Strawberry and Young, you know, the community ends up kind of getting bigger and bigger,
That's
and
true.
depending on where you want to measure it, it may, you know, you could argue it stretches all the way to Cottonwood and all the way to, you know, Show Low. And there's aircraft in Show Low, there's an aircraft out in Cottonwood, there's one in Flagstaff.
Okay.
So they tend to, you know, typically if you look at a map, for a community like this, that has a sizable population you want to be able to care for, having a helicopter within 30 to 45 minutes of that location is valuable. Now, Payson has the Banner Hospitals. We have a commitment to the community. We have the infrastructure to support an aircraft, and then we're fortunate that Payson has an airport, so we have fuel and other services that we need if the aircraft need repairs or something like that.
Well, that's great. Now, Joseph, as the area director for AirMed Care Network, what exactly is your role then? What are you doing?
So, AirMed Care Network, as a area director, my responsibility, I have multi-states that I have responsibility to that offer membership programs. And so we have, and we're fortunate to have partnered with Banner Air to offer a membership program with Banner Air.
Okay.
We also, in conjunction with the Banner Air membership, we also offer the ability for membership to exist with AirMed Care Network, but our primary focus is the Banner Air membership product, and it functions much like what Richard explained.
Okay. So how, if somebody is interested in getting more information on the subscription or signing up, how would someone go about doing that?
So the subscription, so a few things. Individuals have the ability to sign up for it for a 1-year membership all the way up to a 10-year membership. And certainly there's different costs depending on the amount of time in years that someone signs up. At a year level, for a Banner Air, our standard rate is $85 and our senior rate is $65. So under the assumption that someone was to purchase a 1-year membership, that membership covers not only the person who purchased the membership, but the unique thing about the Banner Air membership, similar to AirMed Care Network, is it covers everyone under a household.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
if you're an individual that purchases, we'll say, an $85 membership, and you have a son, a daughter, a husband, maybe a cousin that lives under your household, that $85 membership covers not only the individual that purchased the membership, but all of those people that live under the household of the member that purchased it.
Wow, that's great. That is a real, I guess, peace of mind, because, looking at it, I would feel pretty bad if, adults have it, but your children don't, or there's somebody that's staying with you and say, oh, darn, well, we have access to this. We have this service available to us, but nope, sorry, you don't. So, yeah, that's,
Totally agree.
yeah, that's great.
I think it's really worth noting that the membership was something that was based in large part on feedback from this particular community, from Payson,
Okay.
from Payson residents. There was a recognition that there was an air provider that had been up here in the past that had offered that service, and so when we came into the area, we made a commitment to examine it and spend some time really evaluating whether it was the right thing to do. We didn't want to choose to do it or to not do it simply because, some folks in the past had, or some folks in the past had not. If you look at, if you pay any attention to the news, of late, you see a lot of a lot of stories about the cost of healthcare in general, right? And some of the programs with the government that aim to try to take the patient out of the middle. And we wholeheartedly support that and agree completely. That said, there's still a cost associated with healthcare, right? If you go to see your doctor, you're going to have to pay a copay if you have insurance, and then depending on the type of insurance you have, you might have a co-insurance. Most emergency transport, whether it's ambulance or helicopter, typically historically has a co-insurance. And the federal programs that get rid of what we used to call surprise billing don't cover that, right? So you're kind of expecting, if you end up in a helicopter, just like if you end up in an ICU or an ambulance, that there's going to be some out-of-pocket cost. The value of the membership is that eliminates that. Whatever your out-of-pocket cost is, if you end up flying with us, there is zero. We simply partner with these folks at AirMed Care. We agree that if they provide a membership to somebody, we agree to not bill for the co-pays and the out-of-pocket expenses.
So everything is covered with that membership, it sounds like.
Yeah, so in essence, a couple important things to notice, to make note of. The membership is just that. It is a membership. It is not a benefit. It is not insurance. We are not a payer. Banner Air is not a payer. We are just that. It's a membership.
Okay.
So basically, the manner in which a membership is administered is a member flies by Banner Air. What happens is if they are a covered individual under the membership program, what occurs is we bill the insurance that the individual has. Whatever revenue is generated from that insurance carrier is whatever that insurance carrier pays, and anything, the balance of what isn't paid is written off. Whereas, to Richard's point, a non-member would find themselves in deductibles, co-pays, all those other sorts of items, whereas the benefit to the membership, it's a prepaid debt relief, if you will, opportunity for someone. It's a peace of mind opportunity that provides the benefit of not having unexpected out-of-pocket costs for what is traditionally, like hospitals, a significant expense. And most people are not prepared for large bills in addition to their normal day-to-day expenses.
So if somebody wanted to get more information or sign up, where can they go? A website, a number to call? What is the best way, or how can people do that?
So we have a few options. So we have a membership sales manager that is beginning to start in the market. We have, and that individual has the ability to work with a business or an individual one-on-one and facilitate membership. Secondary to that, we have an email address in place. That email address is nancy.tucker, Tucker, at gmr.net.
Okay, gmr.net. Okay.
And then from a membership understanding point, we also have AMCN Rep website that would give an individual an understanding of what membership is, what it means to an individual, how it works, and what the differentiation between a membership and a non-member who does or does not have insurance. And one
gmr.net. And that website is AMCN, that's AMCN Rep KRIM.com, and you can do a / Nancy-Tucker, and that will go right to the page where Nancy, who's the rep for this area, have information specific to this area. Is this phone number a good one for her also to?
Yes, so there are 2 phone numbers
Okay.
denoted on the brochure.
Mhm.
The first phone number is to Nancy directly,
Okay.
and that number is 928-294-9023. Again, that's 928-294-9023. In addition to that, we have a phone number that is directly to our call center that allows you to sign up for the membership, and that number is 888-234-0017. Again, that's 888-234-0017. We have also begun distributing brochures throughout the Payson area
Okay.
for an individual to take, look over, understand the terms and conditions, understand the pricing, answer a lot of questions that an individual may have, then questions that are not readily available on the brochure. They have access to representatives in various forms to clarify and get a better understanding of their needs and what the benefit of membership is.
Okay. Now, are these available also at Banner Payson Medical Center, say in that front area where they have, I think, volunteers that will answer questions, or at the desk?
Yes. We have them
Okay.
over there at the facility.
Okay, wonderful. Again, talking with Richard Swedbergh, Banner Air CEO, and Joseph Mary, the area director for AirMed Care Network, and talking about the Banner Air subscriptions that are now available. And again, as Joseph stated, they are 1-year to 10-year memberships that are available. And Nancy Tucker is the representative, the person that you'd want to get in touch with. Her email, nancy.tucker@gmr.net. And also, phone number for her is 928-294-9023. You can also go over to Banner Payson Medical Center, and just in the front there, they have the membership packet, or a pamphlet that has the membership application and also explains more about this program. And if you're watching online on our Facebook page, you can let us know if you've subscribed to this, if you have this membership, or if you just have some questions about it. Yeah, so Steve, Diane Barnhouse, just a comment saying they didn't know about it, and they had to do a flight out for their grandson to Phoenix, and they have a bill, unfortunately, associated with that. So this is good to get this information out there. Also, somebody commented this is brand new. The subscriptions are brand new, is that correct?
Yeah, we just launched the program, so it's been something that we've been evaluating for some time.
Okay.
And just a direct comment to the first folks there that
Yeah.
said they had their grandson flown.
Yeah.
We work closely with the billing folks that we have, so there should be a phone number on that bill, and I definitely encourage them to call that number and make sure we're doing everything we can to minimize the out-of-pocket expense, work with their insurance.
And that's what they had asked, can it be, or is it possible for it to be reduced? And so the recommendation is the number on the bill, bottom of the bill, give that number a call, and talk with them, explain situation, or see if there's anything can be done to reduce that bill.
Yeah, the memberships certainly stands separate from the billing, and as kind of a general rule, we cannot have somebody subscribe retroactively. And
Yes.
that's not our rule. That's
Mhm.
somebody else's rule. But what I think it's important for anybody who ends up in our care to know is that our objective here is to minimize the out-of-pocket expense. The great thing about the membership is it's kind of a peace of mind, right? It's $85, and you know for a fact there will be no out-of-pocket expense. You may have $100 deductible if you have you probably have better insurance than I do if you have that. But even if you have $100 deductible and you end up flown, that's $100. This is $85. So for folks like the folks that emailed, we have a lot of other mechanisms to work with them and make sure this whatever portion of the bill might be theirs is not a significant burden. So like I said, have them give the number on that bill a call. It's a different group than the folks here on the membership side, but they can kind of walk you through how to all the avenues that are available to you.
Kind of piggybacking off of Richard's information here, one thing that is important for the public to understand is membership does not work in the sense that if you have a family member, for example, that is in the hospital, needs to be flown, the patient and or the family does not have the ability to say, hey, I don't have membership, Mr. Smith needs to be flown, can I purchase the membership today, which will then cover me? We don't do bedside enrollment. It is something that you need to have pre-existing in order for it to apply to that flight need.
That's good information, because I know I could see that maybe happening where people, as this is rolled out and over time people are aware of it, but they just don't get signed up. They all of us are busy, we're doing things, it just gets put off, and then an emergency comes up like that and you think, oh, hey, we're in a hospital, there's a possibility, they're talking about my having to do this, so let's get signed up. So you do not want to wait until it gets to that point. Again, the person that you would, and I think, is this basically for Rim Country? Nancy Tucker is the representative for like Rim Country, Payson, Pine Strawberry, the surrounding areas?
So Nancy technically has the entire state of Arizona, and there will additionally be a secondary representative whose primary responsibility will lie largely in the Payson market. That does not, however, by virtue of the fact that there is not a physical member located in the Payson market today, that does not in any way hinder an individual from the community or business to enroll, participate in this process. And it also is important to make note that this is not just a community-based, we call it, business to consumer product, meaning that business owners have the ability to purchase this membership, and we offer various opportunities for them to provide their employees with this opportunity, be it through payroll deduction, be it through the employer decides to fully pay for an individual's membership. So there is more than one avenue for folks to take advantage of the membership.
Yeah, and I was just going to ask you about that because you had mentioned a couple times about businesses. So this is a great opportunity for businesses to enroll their employees, get their employees signed up. And I know you mentioned and you wanted to make sure people understood it's not a benefit. It's not a benefit or a coverage, it's a membership. But for a business, looking at it from a business standpoint, that could be a very nice benefit that they offer for employees that they have this coverage.
Yes, that is accurate. And again, the same rules, if you will, apply. If I'm an employer and one of my employees or a group of my employees signs up by virtue of whatever mechanism I as a business decide to offer it, be it that I pay it in full, be it that it is a payroll deduction, the same rule applies. If the employee has the membership, it does in fact cover all members of the household. So there is no difference between the individual and a business.
Wow, that's great to know. Again, you can get more information, or you can, if you want to enroll right away, you can contact Nancy Tucker, and her number is 928-294-9023, and her email is nancy.tucker, that's TUCKER, @gmr.net. And also, for those of you watching on our Facebook Live, I'm just putting that information in a comment. So we have that on this live video as well. And for those listening on the radio, visit our KRIM FM Facebook page and you can see that information on this video. Again, great information to get out there. I'm very thankful that you guys, both of you, came up today from the Valley to share this, because I can see just a lot of people enrolling in this membership because it has a tremendous value.
Yeah, absolutely. I lived in Flagstaff for almost 10 years, and so, there's part of me that thinks of the Rim Country as home, and the amount of time you spend outdoors, on an ATV, skiing, things like that. You want to be able to enjoy this area, but one of the things that comes with being outdoors, being in the mountains, is the risk of getting hurt or needing some type of help, and that's why we're here. We want to help people, and the last thing we want is for people to be thinking about the bill and having that impact their decision of, do I go get that care I need, or do I wait, or if I need something, I need somebody to help me right now, should I just take the helicopter that they're telling me I need to go in, or do I worry about how much that's going to cost? So that's really what kind of drove this, and making sure people feel like that we want to be part of the community in such a way that it's purely a benefit, and we're not worrying about cost and worrying about how it might impact our lives beyond just the hopefully getting really well taken care of by the teams at Banner, and then getting better and getting home, getting back to your life.
It's nice when you don't have to worry about those other things. So the peace of mind, I think both of you mentioned that is invaluable, really.
Yeah, and piggybacking again off of what Richard said, it is important, I believe, for consumers and businesses alike to understand that by virtue of purchasing the membership, one thing that individuals need to be aware of is that the membership only applies if you are flown by a Banner Air aircraft. So if a determination is made, certainly the first concern over anything is that patient care comes first. And so if there is an event where a provider other than Banner Air provides services, the membership would not apply. We don't have any sort of reciprocity agreement or arrangement with any other services. So we don't want the community to be mistaken in that if I purchase a membership, it covers me no matter who flies me, who provides a service. This is, in this case, strictly a Banner Air product, and one other option that can come along with the Banner Air membership is that of AirMed Care's membership, which is similar in pricing. The difference is that AirMed Care Network has a larger amount of aircraft available, so it too increases the likelihood that you would be flown by a network provider. And again, AirMed Care does not, similar to Banner, does not offer reciprocity. But we would strongly encourage, in this particular area, we would strongly encourage individuals enrolling in the Banner Air membership. I think that applies most in this area. And so, Banner Air is, for all intents and purposes, the most prevalent. Banner Air is prepared to provide the service as people need it. The AirMed Care side of it would more apply to those who travel outside of this area. That's where the AirMed Care membership might be beneficial. But again, for this particular area, Banner Air's membership program is by far the most advantageous for the community.
I was just thinking about that. If you're a full-time resident in the Payson area, then Banner Air, that membership would most likely, work very well for you. But if this was maybe where your summer home was, or if you did do a lot of traveling in different areas, then that's something to look at, and that's great to be aware of AirMed Care, their network, and a membership that would allow you to get air services in different areas. So that's great to know.
Yeah, I think as far as the Banner Air footprint's concerned, north to south, it's very easy for us to get an aircraft anywhere from Winslow all the way down to kind of the northern part of Tucson, and east to west is basically the eastern border of the state and all the way out to Prescott and beyond. So we can get the aircraft where they need to be. But yeah, to Joe's point, if you let's say you like to go to Texas every year or something, or you like to go down to Florida, the larger membership kind of opens the door to any of those other aircraft, and then certainly the website is a great area to get a sense of, okay, where are they all located, so I know that, that's where my winter home is, for example. There's coverage there.
Yeah, that's great. And that website again is amcnrep.com, so you can go there also for more information. Well, just like that, it's a little after 10:30 actually, so time goes real quick. Great information. Thank you again so much for traveling up from Phoenix today and sharing this with our listeners and our viewers on Facebook.
Yeah, thank you for having us. It's been great.
We appreciate the opportunity very much to share information with the community and be support Banner Air and really make the community aware of a service that we feel collectively is vital to members of the community.
It really is, and I want to say thank you to Banner Payson Medical Center, the Banner entire network, really, for all of the support that they show this community, everything they provide, and also the involvement. It's great. I love having Banner Payson Medical Center CEO Hoyt Scabelin in. He usually is in, and he just is always sharing great information, and this goes along with that. So thank you so much.
Yeah, it's awesome to be part of the community. I was looking at your shirt, and a few months back we used a helicopter to fly in one of the Hall of Fame folks to the football game. So
remember that.
So we love being a part of the community. That's what's really cool about places like this.
Yeah, that was really good. Tonight is senior night for our wrestling team. So if 4:00 wrestling starts, at 6:00 they'll be announcing and recognizing all of the seniors there in the Wilson Dome. So if you can make it out, I encourage you to come out and support our Longhorn wrestlers.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you, Richard. Thank you, Joseph. You guys, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a safe trip back down to the valley as well. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And again, a big thank you to Desert Financial Credit Union for sponsoring our KRIM Community Spotlight program. Time to get back to the music with some Nazareth, Queen, Smashing Pumpkins, and more. But first, let's get a quick update from the National Weather Service.
Forecast for Payson and surrounding areas.
All right, so there we go. All right, guys, see you later. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Have a